Hey everybody, and welcome to Stock Abilities. Today I'm going to be covering AMD and a little bit of Nvidia as well. Now AMD, as you are probably aware if you're watching this video, it recently had an earnings report. The earnings report actually turned out to be not so bad. I'll be covering that a little bit later, but with all these positives going on and the stock price only being about 12 bucks at the moment, the question is, why aren't you buying? There's a lot of good qualities to this company for both the short term and the long term, and I'm going to be covering them here in this video, so keep watching. Now, AMD, one of the biggest things that it has going for it is the quality and the price. Now, not everybody can afford the Nvidia Titan X being $1,200, and a lot of gamers are kind of on a budget, so you factor that in, and that's a growth market in itself, just by itself, with nothing else. You compare the price between what it was when it opened way long ago, and it had some pops here and there, Of course, it was higher value, and then kind of dropped down here. But if we're doing a simple chart here, from within the last 5 years, it's been kind of in a slump, but it's been going up and skyrocketing pretty well since the new CEO took over. And doing a price comparison to Nvidia, you can see that Nvidia used to be not too long ago at $28. It's at over 113. The markets are popping here, and that's a good sign for AMD because there's a lot of contracts popping all over the place. The new CEO, Lisa Su, expects company watchers to say AMD is back in 2016, and she was exactly right with the growth markets. From 2016 to 2017, there's been a big jump, and it's just going to keep on growing. The other thing to take into account for is AMD is benefiting from a more stable PC market. A lot of companies have been popping lately, whether it's Intel or it's Nvidia or what have you, and there's a lot of contracts that could be getting claimed from mobile processors and all that kind of stuff. And it's any doubt in my mind that this is going to be $25, $35, maybe even more than that within a year or two. The growth is just there. They're not just doing graphics cards, they're doing a whole bunch of things. They're even doing VR, which a lot of other places, Nvidia isn't that strong in that category, and that's a totally independent market. And if they're the ones dominating just the VR, they're going to be making tons of money, and a lot of people are going to want to get in on that. And they're getting contracts with Google and all this kind of stuff. So it's good to pay attention to what's going on with this stock, and I'd highly recommend it. Make sure to like and share this video if you want to hear more about AMD and other companies like AMD. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see some other stocks I've talked about. A long-term 25, 35, short-term maybe upwards of 15 to 18, but I'd expect up until later in the year, it's going to be kind of fluctuating a good bit. But once you get closer to like October and November and December, I'd expect a very high pop, a very high pop. So I'd highly recommend checking it out. Thanks for listening in. Have a nice day.